Yeah, man. We back, episode 2, the podcast. Um, yeah, man. What's been going on with me? Still been working my jobs, honest living, no scamming, no beating people up, taking their money, no criminal activities. That's crazy. A lot of people are getting caught up for criminal activities these days, man. Hiding behind things because the days of the quick hustle are kind of over. You really gotta be patient and really gotta work with stuff and really gotta do things and really gotta work hard, man. That you um just chilling and just finessing people, those days are kind of over unless you are into the digital. If you super into the digital, you could do it. Like old girl, um, Hawk Tour girl. She set that play up crazy.
They give him that hawk to and spit on that thing. You get me?
She became famous somehow. However that happened. You know, white people become famous fast. Off of nothing. Everybody was angry about that. Even white people. They're like, yo, I've been saying crazy stuff all the time. Where's my fame at? Huh? So, she exposed the game because all you got to do is get an agent from one of these conglomerates, and then they'll beef you up and get you into different situations because they trying to make a bag too, and pump you up and get your numbers all high on these social medias, get you get you acclimated to being around other celebrities and people they can get their hands on. They make a star, and then whatever you decide to do with that fame is on you. Unfortunately, she decided to, you know, bust a move where she did the cryptocurrency thing. There's a meme thing where you can have people buy into a crypto. It's called crypto meme, I think it is, where you can have people buy into a crypto, and then after everybody puts their money in a pot, I guess you could just pull the rug from up under them. So now she's on the run, I guess. I don't even think that I don't even think the feds and people like that are looking into it like that. I think you know they just like, oh, that's a nice move. It is what it is. Because when white people do scandalous stuff to like the general population, if it's smart enough, they'll give them a job. There's a movie called Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio. It was about a guy who was a mega scammer. He was a scammer on an omega level. He was a mutant with it.
One of the greatest con men of all time. You're the daddy of them all. What does it take to be a good con man?
You know, I have to smile because people always say you're the greatest con man or the greatest confidence man.
And he was just jumping through. He exposed all industries about their venting process, about how easy it is for a white man to just jump into any field he wants without people checking his background or experience. So the guy who Leonardo DiCaprio is portraying, he gets in all these different fields. One minute he's a pilot, one minute he's something else, and he's getting all his bread, forging checks, doing all kinds of stuff, and nobody can catch him. Eventually, the feds get him, and then they offer him a job, teaching them how to catch motherfuckers who do the same thing faster. Crazy, right? Hackers, hackers who show their brilliance with the computer, with a laptop or whatever. Man, them motherfuckers go to the feds for like a day, and then the feds be like, "Yo, you want a job?" And then they're working for them, and then that they're now making an honest living with with the proceeds that they got away with. That's the game. That's the United States for you. You know what I'm saying? If you're good enough at what you do, somebody will hire you. That's crazy. Speaking of which, um, when it comes to um, just getting in anywhere you want, California has opened the floodgates because of that. I don't know if it's because of that or because of a lot of people, their kids, a lot of famous people and people that pay into this state, uh, their kids are failing at life. So they're like, yo, I don't got time to go back to school. Or I don't want to go back to school. So somebody help me. So like 30,000 jobs have been like 30,000 jobs there in California have gotten their like uh credentials lowered in order for entry. So like in California, it's one of the few places in the world where you don't have to go to school to be a lawyer. If you think you could pass the bar, you could study up, you could become a lawyer with no with no education for the lawyering. If you could pass the bar test out here, we will make you a lawyer in California. Crazy. That's how Kim Kardashian became a lawyer. She didn't go to school for that, even though she didn't need to become a lawyer anyway. It's just another accolade on her wall. You know, now she can say, "Yo, I'm a lawyer too. Don't you ever disrespect me." um, Speaking of which, I don't know if people have noticed, but man, star power is winding down too. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, a celebrity used to be seen on the street, and people would chase them, or people would want to talk to them. People want to crowd around them and want to take pictures. That don't happen like that no more. People don't really care about celebrities like that. People are more so about their bread nowadays. People, like especially the women. Women are out in these niggas left and right. When the celebrity don't do what they want them to do, well, I don't give a fuck about your fan base. I'm about to out you. I want money. I want to not work. So that's what's happening. You got a celebrity. The power of celebrity is just not where it used to be. And then you got these people who are trying to implement their kids and just their people that they're 6 degrees of separation from, or people that they're close to, trying to put them in a position to win, which is, you know, whatever. Can't really hate on that. Saying we would all do it if we had the power and the influence and the connections to certain individuals that would help us rise above the rankings faster. So you got these people who are related to other celebrities who their family members are trying to put them on and get them in, and nobody's taking to them. You look at Dakota Johnson. Dakota Johnson is related to some heavy hitters in the industry, and she can't buy a hit movie. She can't sell a ticket. No one cares. And that's no disrespect to her. It's just that's what it is. She has no real influence the in in the space of the in the face of the people. Like celebrity is when you could be like, yo, with who's a celebrity nowadays? Kai Cenat. He shut down a whole street. He's like, yo, he got a law. He caught a charge on that. He was like, yo, I'm about to be. He got power over his fan base. He's like, yo, I'm about to be so and so place. They show up. Dakota Johnson can't do that. That's why Madam Web failed. You look at the star power of today, especially with these girls that they're making seem like are the people, and they putting on a facade like media. You got a lot of people in media that want their kids to be successful, or want some chick that they was boning to be successful, and nobody cares. And the chicks get mad, and there ain't nobody to blame. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these chicks, if they not related to the people that's trying to put them on, they, you know, doing the corn activities. Sub the C out for a P, but they're doing the corn activities, man. So, and let's see. Look at. There's more examples of this. Look at Rachel Zegler. Rachel Zegler, she's supposed to be this superstar activist. Nobody came and watched the movie. Nobody. Nobody went and watched the movie. You know what I'm saying? Nobody like people are mad about this, but this is true. Like nobody went and watched her latest movie, the movie with the killer technology movie with A24. Nobody went and saw that. And it was more stars in there than Rachel Zegler, but Rachel Zegler was the face of the project. Nobody went and saw that, and that spells doom for that Snow White movie if it comes out. They better have hope Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot can muster whoever she be mustering that would watch them Wonder Woman movies, because ain't nobody coming to see that. Ain't nobody going to see that Snow White movie. That Snow White movie is doomed. Um, but yeah, man, the power of the celebrity is dying because the internet exists. One, a lot of these people's characters are put on display, and two, a lot of them don't know how to move. You look at Tyler. Tyler's been having a hard time. If it wasn't for that African audience, she would be in obscurity. She'd be done, because in America we don't rock with her like that. She to us like she's a puppet, and nobody really wants a puppet nowadays. They want a person who is in control of their situation, or at least looks like it, and is connected to their art, connected to their work, and just a genuine personality, and has a strong connection with their fan base. Look at Dolce. Dolce is doing well. And she has a strong connection to the people that rock with her. A lot of people are rocking with her music right now, and they're giving her time. It's time, and the relationship's building slowly and organically, and it's coming out great. I think TDE is amazing at building these musical celebrities, these rock stars, these hip hop artists, man. Because you look at Kendrick, biggest success story ever. Now I will say that sometimes they fall short, and it's not because of TDE, because TDE does great business and great situation with putting their artists in the best way to succeed. In my opinion, it's just that sometimes the artists just don't the artists don't the connection is just not there. You know what I mean? With Kendrick, the connection was there. He touched on all bases. He wasn't afraid to explore with his music, and he's a great lyricist, and he knows how to be a a, a great celebrity, because he don't show up nowhere and people don't be excited. I saw another person who's mastered connecting with the people in their own way is Tyler the Creator. I've seen him out. you know Now he doesn't cry, he doesn't cause mass hysteria when he's walking down the street or no shit like that, but people are excited to see him, and they're excited for his musical projects, they're excited for him as an individual, and that's fire. Because now that's where celebrities out nowadays. Celebrities not where you back in the day where you see a motherfucker set foot on somewhere, and people were fucking losing their mind and crying and shit. That shit only happens on the red carpet, which in my opinion, I think is low key fake. I think they be paying people to do that, but I digress. Um, because people, Hollywood has been exposed to too many times, and different things of that nature. So, it really Hollywood, and even the shoe industry, fashion is hanging on the thread, hanging on threads by people who have connection to their own audience. Because you're not gonna get everybody, but whoever has a strong connection to their audience and is able to pull that financial power, um, companies and media outlets are jumping and latching onto these people. You look at LaRussell. LaRussell is great at controlling and connecting with his audience. So people like companies are reaching out to them. They're throwing money at this guy because he's built a connection to his audience that's organic and they love it. You know what I'm saying? The audience fucks with him. Same with Larry June. Larry June built a connection to his audience. Now these guys may not be super big or arena based artists, but the arena based artist is dying because it's hard to keep up that energy. You know what I mean? And then the older artists that are killing it, they're trying to keep their own self afloat. So they're not really validating the younger people coming up next. They're trying to get as much money out of the situation as possible so they can, I don't know, die with some money, I guess, or have something to pass on or have something to do. But it's the game is not about that. The game is about being 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 understanding your reach and really being genuine. And a lot of people don't have that. That's why they're being exposed. Like Rachel Zegler, like who else? Who else is exposed? The girl who ruined Star Wars, the Star Wars Acolyte show. She don't really have no influence like that. And a lot of times it's messed up if you put, but I'm gonna say it. A lot of times these people be fake activists. They be trying to attach themselves and be the face of certain groups, um, alphabet community, in order to get that support and get that money by being sponsored by these groups and being promoted by these groups to make it seem like they're really to boost their celebrity because their alliances and who they with, and they don't really be about that either. They just want the check and just want to be seen. So you know they don't even care about what they are part of. They just be a part of something just to get that exposure. And that's where we at today. We're in a space where people are doing anything just to be in the limelight, just to be seen, just to be applauded for, just to be uh, uh, uh celebrated. You know what I mean? And get that money, the easy money. So, but yeah, she didn't have no like the last movie that she did tanked. Um, and a lot of other celebrities are quote unquote celebrities. Their movies are tanking too. Um, I think it was Vogue. They released a list of people that you should be looking for, that you should be excited to see. And people were like, who the hell are these people? None of these people are celebrities to me. I don't know none of these people. It was just a bunch of people that from TikTok um, and different things of that nature. And nobody knew them. Nobody cared. Bro, a lot of these people that they was championing in that article, they don't be having no connection. They be too involved in their own self and doing political moves and ingenuous for people to really care about who they are or what they're doing or how they get down. Or they don't have no carbon footprint in the spaces where people are really genuine at. You know what I'm saying? So people be like, man, I ain't going to watch that movie. I ain't going to do that. You want to know who's a great celebrity? Cat Williams. Cat Williams, when he's, and it's not because of the whole interview thing, it's before that. Cat Williams and Mike Epps, those guys are great celebrities because they actually uh, have a connection with the people. Now, if you don't have to do that and you just got the people locked in like on some Denzel shit, then that's just what it is. Denzel is a true celebrity. He has the people locked in and he don't even be like out like that. He moves like a celebrity. Like you can only see this nigga damn near on the TV screen, or if you're acclimated, bro, to the to that realm. And you won't ever catch that nigga anywhere spontaneous, just walking around trying to get a coffee. That's for sure. If you have you it's like seeing a unicorn. But nah, like the guys I mentioned, Mike Epps, uh, 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 Cat Williams, um, like guys like the new internet guys, Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan. When I seen Joe Rogan in person, everybody was moving around us like, yo, they was excited. They was like, yo, Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? That guy, he is he is a celebrity. Like Dave Chappelle, when they move through a room, people are excited to see them because they have a connection with the people because they move around. They don't deity themselves. The people do it for them. That's when the people exalt you and they support you and they love you and they hold you in a high regard. You don't have to do certain things. You just show up and the world moves around you. It looked like, you know what I'm saying? Even with Matt Rife. Matt Rife, um he's become better at being a celebrity. Like he has a connection with his audience. And yeah, that's fire, man. I seen the magic when he stepped on the scene. I seen the magic in the girls' eyes when they're making a long ass line into the street. I seen it in person. Um, but yeah, this the Rachel Zegler chick. She just don't got it, man. She don't got it. They don't know how to do it, man. They don't know how to be celebrities. They just not it. And nobody cares. Nobody cares, man. They step on the scene is like, yeah, man, whatever. Um, but yeah, that's the plight of the new celebrity. The new celebrity are people who have a direct connection with the people, and they don't have. They're not given an audience. They're not given a fan base. Like that's why a lot of rappers are failing because you got these people who people don't connect with, and their labels are literally paying for followers and giving them a fan base, and then the rapper can't deliver. So now the rapper has a bunch of people and just on their Instagram liking pics and shit. Like they don't have a connection. You look at Sweetie. Sweetie got like 12 million bajillion followers, man. Only on her last project only sold 4,000 copies. What? That's not even, bro, that's not even 5% of your followers. If you can't get 5% of your followers, which is supposed to be, if you can't get 5% of your followers to do something or 5% of your followers to support you, bro, you got to throw the whole followers, throw all the followers away and start over from scratch, man. Because that means you don't have a connection with these people. And that means these people are just watching you for either your moves or they just following you just because it's cool to follow you. And sometimes whatever. Like, that's crazy. But that just means that she wasn't ever a celebrity. But you prove it in some of the interviews. She went on the interview. She had to tell Shannon Sharp her accolade.
I know that's right.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I mean, when I got the memo earlier today talking about Sweetie, I was like, Sweetie? I mean, like, you know, I hate to say this. I was like, the one that used to date Quavo?
Well, why you do that to me?
Because I wanted to make sure it was you.
That's all I got?
No, that ain't all you got, but
You know, because I'm the icy girl. I was Mrs. McDonald's. I had a Mac campaign. I done broke some records.
Yeah.
well, come on then. Well, tell us some more what you done.
A lot.
Accolade. She's like, don't do that to me. I'm the McDonald's girl. I set records and this and this. And he was like, oh, I thought you was just this. No one's interested. And that's no disrespect to her, but that's just where celebrity is right now. Celebrity is at an all-time low, and that's because a lot of these people didn't build relationships or connections with their fan base, and they don't even know how to. And a lot of them, if they did, and they wouldn't be as big as they are because they don't really got nothing. They don't really got no talent or anything to showcase. You know what I mean? Or to distribute. It's these labels and these people that are keeping these people alive. That's why they're in control right now. The agencies are in control. You can't, if you don't have no fan base, You need an agency. You need a CAA. You need a Gersh. You need these guys in order to get some shows or do something. You know what I mean? That's just like with the comedians. A lot of comedians they're not a lot of comedians are not blowing up like they want like people want them to blow up to because they didn't put in the work. They all want to be hot comedy acts when they're young and they don't got nothing to say. They're not funny. They have no perspective. They stealing jokes. So they not winning. The youngest comedian probably winning right now is Matt Rife. And the only reason I touched on the comedy thing is because a lot of people, when they can't act, when they don't really have no talent, what they do, they go and try to be a comedian or do copy or pose as a comedian and do random goofy things with other celebrity friends, and then they blow up, and then people think of them as a comedian, but they're not funny. They don't have no bars. They can't stand the test of doing stand up alone on stage for 40 minutes to an hour. So, yeah, I mean, that star power is over, man. Star power is dead. Um, Even the athletes, man. Athletes these days, you look at what we got nowadays. Athletes are a form of celebrity. They're weak as hell too. A lot of athletes are nerds. If you define a nerd is somebody who's really good at one aspect of life and sucks in others because that's all they focus on. They're like nerds for it. You got nerds who are nerds for comics. You got nerds who are nerds for science. You got nerds who are nerds for you know um, they're extreme hobbyists. I that's how I define it. That's how I see it. I see a person who is uh like we used to see people play video games, or back in the day when I used to watch TV, the way that it was I interpreted the idea of being a nerd was like, oh, this person plays has a small list of friends, they're awkward, and they lack social skills because they only participate in one aspect of their life, and that's what they're on, and that's what they own, and they don't care about nothing else. So to me, athletes are nerds because what they do is they play sports all the time to get good, and then when they get on a professional level, they wow out because girls start throwing coochie at them, and they don't know how to respond correctly. They don't know how to handle relationships. Some of them turn abusive and crazy because they're not used to the social interactions or how to deal with certain women or how to even choose a good woman. Hence, Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is a nerd, man. Like, if you see him when he's not on the field, he's awkward, he's goofy, and that's no disrespect to him, but that just means that he was focused on sports for a large portion of his earlier life, and now he doesn't know how to interact with certain things. He's taught and he's thrown through a speed course through life, through culture, through music, through people who he engaged with, and on how to get women if his father wasn't there, which it looks like it wasn't. His father wasn't because, bro, you're letting this girl do all kinds of out of out the box crazy. She's disrespectful, man, and she's not even the baddest. And she dug her teeth in you. She runs you. You about to marry this chick. She probably already pregnant because that's just a smart move to do when she start losing and she started losing grip on you. You know what you do? Busting me, Travis, and he's gonna do it because he's a horny, nasty Taurus. If that's his right birth, if that's his correct birthday on on the internet. He's a Taurus, and Taurus are stubborn. They got to figure out their own selves, man. They got to go through hardship, and that's what he's gonna have to go through. He's gonna have to go get through getting drugged through the mud by this girl. She's gonna soak up and eat up all his money. She's gonna distribute it amongst her family because her family's probably supporting these terrible ass moves, and then that's what it is. Travis Hunter is gonna learn from that. He's gonna end up paying child support for life. Let's get that in there, and She gonna collect alimony, and then she gonna laugh her way to the bank and still try to be. She's still gonna be out here trying to be a celebrity too. That's the other thing too. She's going to have his money, get a little bit of fame, even though her fame probably won't exceed Larsa Pippen's. She's gonna get a little bit of buzz, and people are gonna know her, and she's gonna do it to other celebrities, and them celebrities are gonna run through her and you know disrespect her. Just and that's what she wants. You know what I mean? She's already been hard eyeing other celebrities' posts, and I don't know if that's real or fake. But if it is true, then that's what it is, man. And that's that's just how it goes, man. Celebrities, I mean the athletes, which are celebrities too in their own right, because they're a form of entertainment, even though it is based around sport. Those guys are nerds, man. They're losers. Look at Zion. Zion was paying porn. I mean, corn stars and prostitutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't have any type. They're square pants. They didn't have any type of real experience. They got all this money. They got all this attention, and they're getting these women, and they're losing their mind. So they're getting the women have way more experience on handling these situations, so they're getting handled, and they're getting ran through, and they're getting their money taken away from them. It's become so bad that the guy that coached Travis Hunter, Deion Sanders, he had a course for telling guys how to deal with these situations because they were getting taken to the cleaners by these women. There's one woman who has like three babies by three different athletes. She don't ever have to work again. This is crazy. So yeah, athletes are nerds, man, and a lot of them, a lot of it's because of lack of a father, um, and their desire to be in the professional realm of their sport, that they close everything off and they just grow up playing video games, being around other nerds because of schooling, and playing sports. So they're around guys most of the time, horny, horny other guys, and they're not getting those social interactions that would make them emotional intelligent to manipulation and how some of these women get over on them. So yeah, that's their plight, man. Uh, this leads into this, and this connects to this. A lot of women wonder why those athletes get on and get white girls, right? This is the thing that I haven't heard anybody mention. It has to do with the corn. If you're a big 6 foot whatever guy in high school, a lot of times you're not getting the attention of the women that you want to date, or get the attention of the women you want to be involved with. And a lot of times you don't have no riz, no swag. So, and you're focused on your sport, and that usually coaches, your parents, and whoever is involved with helping you get to that next level, they're blocking you from interacting with certain girls, so you don't have the situation where you're pregnant in high school, you're this, you're that, you know what I'm saying? So they're actively, it's some situations out there where they're actively protecting the athlete from these young girls who are uh either not thinking or thinking, whatever is going on in their heads, we will never know. So these guys are actively protecting these guys, but these guys are exposed to either the coach. A lot of times, the coach is the culprit, man. The coach is a lot of times with a lot of these single parent household kids who somehow make it out the hood. It be the coach that's putting them on with their daughters. The daughter, it gets spooky, man. The dad is literally putting their daughter on the supreme athlete or their niece, somebody in their family or somebody that they know, they literally putting these like white girls on these athletes, and that's why you keep seeing that. It's not they get on and leave for white girls. Not that the white girls a lot. Some of them are smart and they see the potential. Some of these white women and proximity to white women, Asian and other Latina too, they see these guys and they're smart enough to be like, okay, that's a check. That's a check right there. Even the black girls sometimes, that's a check. I'm gonna get him. And you know why these guys fall victim to them? Because one, it's easier for them, these black young males, to get a black girl than it is for them to get or engage with these white girls or girls proximity to white. So it's easier for them to get in with a black girl or lose their virginity to a black girl because they're black. So it's easier. The connection's there. It's easier. The black girl think that he's cute, he's in shape, whatever. It's easier. You ask a white woman or a woman proximity to whiteness what a good looking black dude is, they don't know. A lot of them don't know. They just see a dude. They're like, he's a man, whatever. So because of that, because they don't know what, because you've seen ugly, I've seen ugly dudes with muscles, ugly black dudes with muscles get turned down by a bunch of black women and then end up with a bad white chick.
These white girls are like, Leo, I have the perfect guy for you. It's the ugliest black dude.
Holy shit, that's crazy
happened all the time.
racist. I think white girls who have never f***ed a black guy or like don't know a lot of black people, they like can't tell if a black guy's hot.
They just like black men, period. They're like, I'll take any brown that comes my way. So you should too, because you're black.
That's what I'm saying. They just see that he's a black
guy. That's it. Yeah. I hung out with this white dude. He's a cop. Like my career, he was like, I love black women. I was like, and you almost had me. For you to tell me that you like black women, that's just like such a fetish.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's fucking weird.
Because I'm like, I just have to like be like your stereotype
like
for you.
Everything that's like that. Like I used to date guys who were a lot older than me.
Yeah.
If every girl you dated before me was also my age, that's enough. I've dated black guys who have only ever dated white girls. I don't like that. So
that's
I'm
weird.
like, I'm also like, if you only date white girls, that means I don't like the way that you like view black women. You know?
Right.
I'm like, you're like a bad guy.
Yeah,
you
I don't
know?
like
And
that shit.
That means that you objectify white women and black women just in different ways.
You
Like,
probably suck, which is like kind of wild that you think you have a choice.
Right.
To like put, scratch on your credit card.
Because the white chicks don't care. They don't care what these niggas be looking like because they don't know what good looking black looks like, or they just don't care. So you got that situation, right? The whatever rarity, it's not a high level, a lot of them. The girls who see the potential that are targeting the athletes in college or whatever. Okay, you got that. Then you got the coach who's putting the girls or the handlers, or if they're if they're already in a money making situation like college, you got these people who putting these white girls or girls with proximity to whiteness on these athletes because they've been doing it for a long time. You got them. You know what I mean? So when they get drafted, the white chick that they was with them last, so she won't call grape on them or whatever, she's by their side because she's been supporting and doing all it, so quote unquote supporting and being there, and he fell in love because he wasn't getting that, he didn't experience having a girlfriend or having a life earlier on, so he's kind of a loser. But he's a buff loser, super strong loser that's gonna make millions and millions of dollars. So the white girl is able to mold him and don't care. She's able to control him easily because she was out there doing her thing, getting worked out. And now she's able to target this guy and get him. Okay? So then you got those, but nobody talks about the influence of corn, sub the C out for a P, the influence on corn on these athletes. When you go to these corn sites, the first thing that pulls up on the corn site is white women with something else, or white men with something else. White on white, You know what I'm saying? And white on white, and you'd be like, what? Where are all the black chicks? Where are all the Asian chicks? That's why you have a world of guys, losers, people of different races obsessed with white women. When they go to these corn sites are racist. They're not racist, but they are. I I I I want to. They are kind of racist. I heard other corn stars say that the situations be racist and it be a lot of like prejudice stuff going on behind the scenes. But in my eyes, it's them working with the numbers, and then also exalting the white space. So you got these people promoting the white space, and so when people go to these popular corn sites, sub the C for the P, when they go to these popular corn sites, what they see, white first, white is the best. In real life, a lot of these guys can't get top quality white. So what they do when they get money, they go after the white because they've been programmed through the corn sites to think like, yo, white is the best, white is the freakiest, white is a top echelon of women. And then when you see your favorite athletes and media is a trickery thing too. Media will show you only successful black people or successful people of other races with white people. You have to have white in order to be successful. So if white is the best, that's why you see all these guys get on and chase the white girl. It's a terrible game. It all works together. You got the no father in the household. You got the coach that's influential in their life and helping them get to the next level, who also has a daughter or a niece or has connections with women and they want to put them on and they want to have their athletes have strong influence on your athletes. So you put these white girls or these girls that proximity to white on these athletes. You got the you got the media showcasing your favorite athlete, your favorite actor has a white girl in order to be successful. You got the white women who are smart enough to know, or the proximity to white women, smart enough to know what athletes to go after because they see that they're about to get the bag and get the money. Hence Travis Hunter's girl. She didn't have no influence. So she said that she got attracted to him after she went to a party with him, but everybody assumes because they have common sense that it was after somebody told her about Travis Hunter's potential. You got the fifth one, the corn sites. If you're a nerd in college or you're a nerd in high school and you ain't got no girl, what do you turn to? You turn to the corn sites. Who's first on the corn sites? Who's promoted as the best woman on the corn sites? Who's given the most pages on the corn sites when you're looking through those pages? All big, big booty, small waist, abs, tiny, all different shapes and sizes, white women and Asian women and Latina women. All the black women are far in the back pages, and if you see them, they're on top of the white dudes. So it's the corn sites. You got all those different things. The corn, the women that already peep what's going on in the game. The coaches, the media, and your lack of parental guidance at home. Of course, those guys are gonna go for women that are not of their race and what's promoted to them because they want to make it to the next level. They worked this hard all their life. They ran these footballs. They did the practices. They did the 2-a-days. They want what they think is the best. Unfortunately, that is a part of white supremacy because it keeps them from liking black women until they meet a black chick that either has white traits, or a proximity to whiteness, or she already has money, you know what I'm saying? Or they get done so bad by the white women, or they get turned off by the white women. They pull a Jonathan Majors where they run the black women, literally. So Yeah, man, that's what it is. What's this with Joey Badass going for Kendrick Lamar? Like, what is that? I like Joey Badass, man. And I know hip hop is a competitive is looked at as a competitive sport when it in regards to showcasing artistry, right? That's hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Meeting up and going for and showcasing your skills against the best. But that's in so what Drake did and Kendrick did, they battled with songs. They wasn't like rap battling each other. They were battling with songs. Now, those songs were damn near all hits. Like we was like, damn, these are hits going at each other. Now Drake, so he had a couple of misses, but uh, I what? No, Joey, like, come on, bro. Like, you got nigga, you haven't been consistent in music enough with the hits, bro. The last, like, you were in the interview yourself. You didn't name your last album. You can go, "Oh, this and this hit. You named your mixtape.
Joey's one of them.
Oh, I think I could stop now. You know, I mean, God forbid, but if I was to pass today, I mean, I think without a doubt people would put me up there. But right at the fact that I'm still living, I mean, my goal is to surpass them. Like, I mean, I'm 27 years old. You know what I'm saying? I started when I was 17. I put out arguably one of the best hip hop mixtapes of all time at 17 years old. The only person to have a similar stat like that was Nas.
What is 1999? That was a hot joint. I rock with Pro Era. I love you are a very skilled, very good guy, man. But when it comes to this, it's just like, okay, the best reference I could think of is like professional boxing. When it comes to like professional boxing, you don't get to just go for the best guy, especially if you haven't been fighting in a while. You got to build that up. You got to build anticipation. Nobody's gonna come and check in for that. And be like, yo, Joey, like, who is it? Who is it? Yo, some random guy's gonna fight Floyd Mayweather. And like, what? Huh? People were mad when Floyd Mayweather did the exhibition match with one of the Paul brothers. Yeah, it was like, what is this? They tuned in, but that's because those guys put up a lot of money and a lot of marketing. There's no there's no big there's no energy, no compelling energy behind you reaching out to Kendrick and for Kendrick to even reach back. Like, even with Drake do not, when people send shots at Drake all the time, like, bro, and sometimes Drake just send like subliminals just because he doesn't feel like they're worthy or they haven't done enough to be mentioned. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think this is gonna help your situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing a great job as sincere on raising Canaan, man. I loved you on Mr. Robot. Uh, you're killing it on the acting scene, man. But the acting scene doesn't. I think he thought he was like, yo, because the chicks is screaming his name for the acting, that buzz could carry over for the rapping, and even the chicks wasn't here for it. They didn't even.
Hey, yo, Joey Badass just dissed Kendrick.
Okay.
Nobody even responded to this because you haven't done enough in hip hop to be looked at more than a guy who's a great rapper and a great lyricist, and that's it. Like, there's no hit song that people go, yo, I love this song by Joey Badass, and then people start an argument. There's people go like, what song did he do again? Like I remember I checked out when you did like a project where I think it was in 20 I think in 2020 when you was doing I was like, let me see what the hell Joey Badass is doing. Because I'm random with it. So I went and looked, and then you did some voodoo shit. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, very creative, very different. Nice introduction to another side of you, but it didn't generate anything. You're an artist's artist, and unfortunately, a lot of times when you're not a big enough artist, people are gonna lean with the bigger artist. Nobody even stopped to even smell what you was cooking, or you know what I'm saying. People stopped, but then it just like you could tell that people are just like, "Yo, what is this?" That's a line Jay Z did. Okay, and now what? We don't even think Kendrick's gonna respond. We don't even think Kendrick heard it yet. Kendrick's been winning so much is just the momentum is too crazy, bro. It was your diss. Your diss your diss is gonna go slept on like Big Sean's uh verbal verbal slants, verbal slidings. They're gonna go. It's just not gonna. It's not gonna resonate, man. I'm like, yo, what is this? You gotta have momentum, man. And it's not even Joey Badass is a more than capable artist to go head to head. Um, but this is not rap battling. This is not just you got money, I got money, I got a name, you got a name. Let's go battle. This is not that. This is a strategic political music industry hip hop, and which is very different from old school hip hop, which is like, yo, DMX used to battle with niggas that weren't worthy of him. He used to go, I'm gonna meet you over here, and then we gonna battle. It was like, okay, but now we in a space where that is not a thing no more. Like nobody nobody's trying to meet and battle when there's millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars online. This nigga's about to go do the Super Bowl. Like this was not a good move right now. It's just like, okay, you got some attention. Hopefully it'll help with an instant rollout. Um and hopefully you do something else to carry the little bit of attention that this garnered. Um yeah, man. This was falls on deaf ears. But hey man, I think if the internet is correct, you're an Aquarius. And Aquarius do things like this sometimes. Sometimes Aquarius are very random, man. Like Aquarius do just enough to put them on the radar, and then they just stop doing stuff. Unfortunately, that tactic only works when the last project you put out was dummy fire. In rap. In rap, your last project wasn't dummy fire. I don't even remember what it was. With Kendrick, everybody knows what his last project was, and it was dummy fire. So that's just the being 100, man. I like Joey Badass, but he just didn't have enough momentum to uh to even put a dent in this, to even stop Kendrick in his tracks, to make him acknowledge this situation. This is like, all right, whatever. Thank you for that. Too much West Coast D licking. All right. Anyway, we got an album to get ready for. The Super Bowl's coming up. What you guys want to do? So yeah, that's what it was, man. But shouts out to Joey. I look forward to seeing him on Raising Canaan, uh, and seeing how the story unfolds. That they're doing great work over there, and I love the short film that he did where it was like a Groundhog Day situation. Uh, um, yeah, man, Joey Badass is a um, well-rounded guy. Great actor, uh, great lyricist, great rapper. Just not consistent enough with his projects, and his projects maybe don't have the best marketing. He's in that space like West Side Boogie, where they're great artists, but they're not getting the energy or the push they need, or maybe they just not connecting with their fan base enough for people to really push them organically and make them heard. Like a LaRussell. LaRussell, his fan base is that nigga is making sure that his fan base is pushing him and making him visible to the point where uh it would have been better if it would have been better and probably would have made more waves. Wouldn't have made sense though, because how positive LaRussell is. But if Joey Badass would have went into that weight class and went after LaRussell and or fucking tried to uh hit up West Side Boogie. Those are dudes that are kind of in Joey Badass's weight class. Like Kendrick is out of Joey Badass's weight class. If you want to relate it to fighters, you know what I'm saying? Uh, put it make the analogy on some like close to like hip hop artists and fighters. Like the reason why it made so much sense for Kendrick and Drake to go at each other is because those niggas is selling. Those niggas, both of them niggas, people look shocked if those niggas sold under 100,000 in the first week. Bro, your one of your biggest projects only sold like probably like 60,000 in the first week. And I don't even like to do numbers, but I'm just trying to make it make sense for everybody else, like looking like at this. Like this just didn't make sense for this to even transpire. So yeah, that's my take on it. I love Joey Badass. He's a very talented guy. Shouts out to that brother. He keeps his nose clean. Ain't no negativity towards him or any things of that. And he's a great actor as well, man. He does his thing. Very thorough. He just not consistent enough on the rap side. This was a super more than ambitious. It was so ambitious. It was low key foolish. Like people were just like, man, stop. Was the Tony Yayo fish? But yo, I'm a big fan of anime, uh, Marvel, DC. So I be watching, I be tuning in, but I hate it because these weird like things that they're doing to try to get more money or to get a bigger audience are so ingenuine and so weird. Like, because you don't need to do that, especially with black people. Black people accept people for who they are. We just don't want them to try to be different or try to make us convert to what they moving on. Black people accept people for who they are. They just don't want people to try to convert us forcibly into dollars or to make us jump on what type of wave they on. We don't want their influence because we influence ourselves. We'd be like, oh, that's cool. If it's cool and we like it, then we'll jump on. But besides that, we don't really be following too much of like uh white stuff. Like some black people will do it, and when they do it, they get called out on it. Like drinking carbonated water, Perrier. We'd be like, man, white shit out of here. If I'm gonna drink some carbonated anything, it's gonna be soda. What am I playing on these games for? This is stupid. It's nasty. But a lot of black people get around white people when they adopt that feature. They start drinking carbonated water, start drinking Perrier. You know what I mean? Um, but I say that to say, like, come on, man. Marvel, DC, stop doing this, man. Black people, real black people that are not in the industry. Only black people in the industry care about representation and all this other stuff. Black people haven't ever really been influenced off of comic books and stuff like that. Now, what I will say is we do like Asian culture. We do like anything that we like. We'll add that to already our personality, but we don't let it. It's not something that engulfs us. Like I like anime. I like Naruto. I don't really. I'm not really. I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, but I wasn't really a Dragon Ball Z fan. But I like Naruto. I like Marvel and DC. I had the comic books. I used to go to the comic book store and look at them, not pay for them because the graphic novels and a lot of the comic books that you would buy at comic book stores were mad expensive. I used to instead stay up on my comic book game before the internet was popping off. I used to go to fucking grocery stores and steal the Wizard magazine. Wizard used to keep you up to date on all anime, all comic book stuff, all the news. If you know, you know. Wizard used to keep niggas in the hood up to date. Like I used to love collect like taking stealing. I got caught stealing a Wizard magazine once, but I used to love to look at the art and just follow up on the updates on the storylines and what's happening, what stuff was coming out new, what comic book movies was coming out new and all that stuff. Wizard was fire. And I think with the loss with people stop subscribing to like physical publication and magazines and then the online internet, Wizard just ceased to exist. But I remember I used to go and I used to steal Wizard magazines, man, as a kid. But I say all that to say, stop, man. Like, okay, so we got on board with the Miles Morales thing. Okay, Miles Morales is tight. He got black people like him. We relate to him. People we all went to go see him. People that didn't care about comics and stuff like that before, they like that version of Spider-Man. Cool. That doesn't mean when you making a cartoon or green lighting a cartoon, you take the things from that made Miles Morales hard and give them to the regular Peter Parker and then start putting DEI characters all around him, getting rid of the redheads and subbing them out for black kids and changing Mary Jane to an Asian woman. Like what is this, man? Nobody cares about this. Nobody wants to see this. Nobody cares. Like you're making him wear jerseys and like, come on, man. Come on. This is stupid.
Somebody help me! He's running, grab him! Gotcha! I thought it was dead meat. Check out our next victim in his dumbass costume.
Is my suit really that bad?
Ouch! Oh!
Watch out for that ladder! Just consider it a good deed from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's me, by the way. I'm Spider-Man.
There we go, there we go, there we go again. Swinging through the city so fast you could.
Just stick with the Spider-Man, man. He doesn't have to live stream. First of all, anybody that live streams and does anything with the internet is automatically putting a beacon for the feds and whoever wants to catch them. So I don't even know why nobody even thought about this, and I think they thought it was cool, but it's stupid. What Spider-Man does is a crime. He's a vigilante. Even though he's doing it for good, it's still a crime. He's not supposed to be doing it. That's why he has a secret identity. If he live streams, he's gonna get caught. Like, what is this? Why are we doing this? This is stupid. Stop trying to incorporate everything. Stop trying to be everything. You can't be everything, man. We like Spider-Man for what Spider-Man is. We go and watch the one with Tom Holland and we don't care. We don't care about the other stuff that you added in. The Spider-Man's previous, when they were all white and had super white influence, We watch those still. Stop trying to hip hop this little short Tom Hollandish cartoon Spider-Man. That's Miles Morales' bag. I hate when Marvel does that. I hate when anybody does that. I hated the Black Little Mermaid because it made no sense. Stop trying to break these color barrier lines because they're gonna exist, man. Racism and capitalism go hand in hand. People are gonna people are gonna run into that whether they want to run into it or not. It's just a part of the game. It's part of what America subscribes to. If it wasn't, then start making our own stuff. Start doing everything in house. Start being pure Americans. Start a warehouse. Start figuring out, you know, what it needs to make things in house to build to make our own food, to not outsource, to not go and pillage and plunder from other countries. Leave Africa alone. Leave China alone. Leave all these countries that we outsource stuff for alone. If you're gonna do business with them, do specific trades, buy and sell. That's it. Trade, buy and sell. Don't don't go over there and establish no nothing. Don't try to get resources by bullying them and doing your little CIA stuff, man. If we gonna move where it's like, oh, we're all American, we're all this, and there's no color and all this, then we need to start moving like that. You need to go hard on nationalism. Everybody needs to be incorporated. Everybody needs to be respected, and we all need to be on that. But unfortunately, uh, you guys are not going to do that. And unfortunately, we've put too many people in power who are put to be people in a position of power who have relatives in other countries that where they think like they still have this like weird allegiance to these other countries because that's where their family is from. So they're gonna take money from here, take resources from here, and send it back to those people. They're gonna get their family to come move over here, put them in positions of power, so they can take care of their family that won't move from the other country. So let's just cut it, man. Let's stop it. It just doesn't work. So I wish they would just stop doing that in media because if that was the case, uh, uh, black people would be respected more in media, and you wouldn't be able to just take from them so easy and steal from them. Same with anybody else. Well, I can't really speak for nobody else. I don't know what people are taking from, and if people even care that they're taking it from. But black people, we have our pulse on influence in the culture and the culture itself, and other, not so much other. We know who you are. We just don't want to say it because you're the agents, you're the managers, you're the people that um you're the people who people accuse of of controlling media. But you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Like I'm not trying to I'm not hating. I respect everybody. I love everybody, man. But it's just what it is. Like people if it was really about equality and all this other stuff and inclusion and stuff, then we it would be more of us being bosses and not being bullied because we get bullied a lot. Black people get bullied a lot. The only thing black people have in the game of America is the cry button, and then people will be like, "Yo," and then the only time people adhere to our cries and then do their put the cape on and shit is when they can have a stake in manipulating and controlling the pulse with us. Let me get control, and I'll get these niggas off your back. I'll get them off your back. Let me help. I'll get them off your back. I'll make it so that you guys get more respect. People won't say nothing to you. And those be the same people that's helping them in the first place. Are those be people that's related to the people that's jacking us up in the first place? So, I'm not trying to come off as, make it seem like, it's certain individuals, but they just so happen to be associated with those communities. It's not all. It's those certain individuals that do stuff like that. And that's because I don't want to say it's because of um I know that a lot of people are cool. So it's not really because of prejudice and racism. It's really because of capitalism. It's easy to beat down on us or easy to steal from us to get more money. It's just that's what it is. Like I said before, you got the chicks, white chicks, and the chicks that's close to proximity to white, uh, trying to get with the black dudes and don't even be liking them. Have babies by them. Don't give a what as long as they get that check, man. It's weird out here. But that's all I have for this episode, man. Um, Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Like the videos, like my stuff that's coming out. I got more stand up coming up. We're gonna have some shows coming soon, and I'm gonna keep pushing out the podcast every week, and make sure y'all subscribe to. I got another channel. Subscribe to that whenever y'all see that, when that pop up on your feed or whatever. But yeah, Vaughn Roberts. I was thinking pod.